Hey United Church, it's Pastor Anna here with another weekly update. I'm starting in the front of the church today because I've got a super exciting project to show you that's in the works that, guess what? We're not paying for it. So doing such an expensive renovation, it's the little things, folks. So this is a project that the town is actually paying for, and it just so happens that it's happening right at the same time that we are getting our church spiffed up. And so how awesome is that? We're getting a brand new crosswalk and a whole new sidewalk area in front of the church, and they're working on that right now. So there's going to be a flashing light crosswalk right in front of the church. Super safe, super awesome. Woo! All right, let's go in. It's loud. I'm going in right now through the front doors. And we're going to start in the sanctuary today because there's some exciting progress to share with you about what's going on in here. So the scaffolding is coming out this week because that project is done. Huge shout out to John Schoenthaler, who has just shepherded this whole sanctuary project from start to finish. And so I want to show you up here, you can see that a ton of plaster work is done. The medallion that broke off the first time we had the roof sort of fixed is now completely restored. The plaster guys did that, and then they repaired the holes that we had to open up in order to shore up that beam that had broken. So that beam is fixed, the plaster work is done, and here's the cool thing. We actually added, I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's now a permanent access panel that is now built into the ceiling of the church so that if we need to do further work up there later, instead of ripping holes in the ceiling of the church, we can now just open that access panel and bring supplies and materials up there. So smart, so good. What a great solution. So that's gonna be done. Right now, of course, they look ugly because they need paint. But guess what? We've already budgeted. It's part of the project. This entire room's getting a fresh coat of paint anyway. So that is gonna be that. So exciting. As you remember, this is our beautiful sanctuary. What's gonna be happening in here eventually? Well, as I said, a fresh coat of paint, some new carpet, and then some little things like we're taking out these temporary, you see on the wall these temporary mini splits that were just popped in and kept us nice and warm and cool before we had actually renovated our building. Those are coming out because we have now a whole connected HVAC system. What's going in? I actually can show you right now. These are the HVAC unit panels that are going to pop into the wall, sort of where the old heating system popped into the wall. So instead of this old boiler heating system that's behind this kind of busted metal grate, we're gonna have these HVAC units right here, and they're gonna look classy and stylish, and they're not gonna be up high on the walls. They're gonna be down low like this one is, and they're just gonna hang on the walls sort of like in this area, and it's gonna keep this entire room warm in the winter and cool in the summer with no fossil fuels. How awesome is that? Let's head back because there's tons of work that's been done and I want to show you. All right, so our guys are actually eating lunch over here. So I'm gonna give them a little privacy and just scoot through right here. So we're gonna ignore them eating lunch, but I'm gonna take you guys over here because I want to show you what's going on in this area. Over here, you can see all of this plumbing that you saw actually the guys putting that in earlier this week. This is actually the venting for these bathrooms that I'm going to show you in a second. This again, is this amazing? Whoa, you can actually see all the way up. That's our old church attic. That's still going to remain. It's going to be a little smaller than it used to be, but it's still, we're going to have that as storage space, but it's kind of all opened up right now. That's the church attic up there. You guys probably didn't even know that that was there, but that's there. And then this whole area is our new elevator shaft. It's huge. I got to be careful so I don't fall down this thing. All right, boo, there it goes. Elevator shaft. And what are we looking through on the other side here? Those are those bathrooms. Let's come around. I'm going to show you where they are. Again, you remember this is where the old tiny little rickety elevator was. That's gone. And then we're going to come in here to the kitchen. Now this is actually going to be, it's hard to picture it right now, but I'm trying to show you. This is where a new hallway is going to be coming right off the corner of Bradford Lewis Hall. Whoa. And so you'll come through this hallway, and then you'll come down here. I'm trying to show you how it's framed out. This is now 2 bathrooms on the sanctuary level that you can get to. So if you are at an event at Bradford Lewis Hall, or you're in the sanctuary and you need to use the bathroom, you can just come right here. So there's 1 bathroom here that's plumbed. That window's going away, by the way. And then there's 1 bathroom. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the 1 bathroom here. I messed it up. So this is 1 bathroom here that's plumbed. Okay. And then this is the 2nd bathroom here that's plumbed. And we saw those big vent pipes. So that they're like huge vent pipes. So these are going to be like very ventilated bathrooms. Okay. Then back here is where we have some storage. This is an incredibly important storage area. We have the ability to put some stacking washer dryer if we want to back here. But what we're really going to be putting a lot is tons of shelving, a sink. This is actually not going to be the sink that's there. We're going to have a different sink, but we're going to have tons of shelving, a sink. And this is where all like communion supplies and worship supplies and like tons of just churchy supplies are going to be back here. Episcopal churches have a churchy word for this room. I don't know what it is because I'm not Episcopalian. But there's like some special word. I think it's like sacristy. I don't know. But that's basically what that is. Okay, we're going to come back here. And I'm going to show you what's going on down. Oh, I can't go that way. I keep walking over there, but there's like a giant hole, so I'm not going to fall down there. Let's go over here. I'm going to go on the stairs safely. Or you know what? Let's go to the skyline room again, because that's fun. And we've just made some finishing decisions back there. Okay, so here we go. Let's walk into the skyline room. That's sort of what we're dubbing it right now. Again, this is sort of an activity room. It's a beautiful, big, gorgeous activity room. And this is now getting a lot of electrical. One of the things we actually just decided on with the finishing team, had a 3-hour meeting yesterday, and a lot of decisions about specific storage arrangements were made, and where we might put a screen to make this room even more useful for hybrid meetings, and also for just like watching Bible study videos and whatnot. And so some really awesome, exciting, smart decisions were made about this area. But let's go down again. I just love this room. It's so beautiful. All right, let's go down here. I'm going to take you downstairs and show you some other things that have been happening, because we've got some drywall gone up. And whenever drywall goes up, I find it actually makes spaces look bigger, because you suddenly can like feel yourself in them. So let's come on down here. I'm going to show you. We're going down into the lobby. Really exciting stuff always happening in the lobby, because it is really, it's still kind of the hub even for construction. There's so much crap in there. All right, let's come in here. Obviously, all this HVAC stuff is in the works. They're continuing to do this in the kids zone. But I'm going to show you, because some drywall is up in the kids zone now. Look at this. We've got walls. They're starting to put the drywall up. And so you can see the kids zone is really starting to come together. And so you can see like there's these windows, because this is a room that doesn't have a lot of natural light. So we've got these like interior windows down the hallway. The bathrooms are coming together. Drywall's going up on the bathrooms. I mean, these classrooms are really starting to take shape, and they look amazing. Over here, same story. Drywall going up. These classrooms are coming together. And then, of course, this hallway now just continues on smoothly into this beautiful new addition. We don't have drywall in this area yet, but this area is going to be so gorgeous. And these classrooms are really coming together. But you can see the drywall's out. They're starting to put it up, because all of this plumbing and HVAC and everything is just going gangbusters. All right, let's go back in here. I'm going to show you some other areas. Whoa, look at this. This is like, these are these crazy, again, I'm always showing you guys all this infrastructure stuff, because again, people are like, why are we spending so much money to do this? It's like this is why we're spending so much money to do this. It's not this Martha Stewart stuff. It's not like, oh, these people are just trying to do all these fancy things. Nope. It's all this boring stuff that's like insanely expensive that people usually put off, but we're not putting off, we're doing it. All right, so this is like a giant hub for a sprinkler system. And so, wow, look at all that. And so that's going in. All right, let's go over here. Okay, you can see how the sprinkler and the HVAC is getting plumbed in the ceilings here. Amazing. And then all of this fire code stuff as well. But in here, this has also been recently plumbed. This is the daycare break room. And this is an area that has lots of plumbing because it was a kitchen and it still is going to be a kitchenette. And so they've done a lot of plumbing over here. And actually something that the daycare has paid for themselves is they are going to have a washer and dryer in here as well because they want to be able to do some amount of laundry for the daycare purposes. But let's just take a look over here too. Now we're looking into the elevator shaft from the other side. Whoa. The major steel is going to be going in this coming week, I'm told. But wow, and you just look up, boo, all the way into the church. Way up there is the attic, the sanctuary level, down, 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 main level, and then all of the mechanics for the elevator is going to actually sit underneath it. So it's just wild. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm going to show you also what's going on in the office wing down here. So coming through the lobby, and let's go to the office wing. All right, so you guys have seen this before, but I want to show you the HVAC coming together and what these little units are going to look like in some of the rooms. Now, depending on the size of the room and whatnot, there's different types of units that connect to the HV, but I'm going to show you. This is actually the pastor's office right here that you're coming into, and they installed one of these HVAC units just to show us what it looks like. And so this is what it looks like in just a room. Just sits on the wall, just like that. And again, this thing is providing heat and air conditioning all year round with 0 fossil fuels. And so you can also locally control these things. So, you know, when Pastor Anna's on vacation, you can like turn the heat off in her room and you're not paying to put the heat on in that room and whatnot. And then you can always just turn it up and it's very responsive. So those little units are going to be right there. And again, we're not going to have these old units. So again, every room used to have these things. These are the old radiators and radiator covers, right? So woo, we're not going to have those. We don't need radiators anymore, but we're going to have these other sleek little wall units. So just sort of same kind of thing in a room, but just updated technology. So no radiators, no radiator covers, but updated little wall things. That's what it's going to look like. And then, of course, this scaffolding is now not needed anymore. It's going away next week. And again, huge thank you to John Schoenthaler, who has really made that happen. Because that's not whole roof fiasco has nothing to do with our project. And so he has had to do so much work just to make that keep going. And so huge thanks to him. Back in our gorgeous lobby. Again, finishing team is always all ears. They want to hear from you guys about what you want to see happening at our church, ideas you have, thoughts, suggestions. So send them an email, let them know. Or just say, hey, we think you guys are doing a great job. Thanks for all your hard work, because it is a ton of work, guys. They're doing a lot. All right, and then over here, I'll just show you again. This little pad out here is now a thing, and I'm pretty sure this is electrical. So they've just built this whole electrical pad right here. And this window was removed. You'll see the siding's all done. The window's gone because that is now behind that wall, a extremely functional electrical room. We also just removed, our church used to have some windows with like, fake shutters and some windows without fake shutters. And after everything was said and done, there was only 3 windows in the entire church with fake shutters. So luckily we noticed that. We said, take those down. And now the whole church matches. It's going to look sleek and modern, but also timeless and beautiful. Oh, they finished all of the crown molding up here on the side of the church. It looks really good. I know that doesn't come out in the videos because you don't have, let's see if I can get closer so you guys can see the detail. They just did a beautiful job. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'll let you go, friends, and I'll see you again next week for another renovation update.